around. Here with more on the road ahead for Tesla and its stock price as it gets ready to report its latest delivery numbers is Baird's Kallo. He's got an outperform rating and $280 price target on the stock. You know, Ben, what do you attribute the recent significant move higher in the shares?
Thanks, David. I think probably two things, really. Number one, deliveries shaping up very nicely. Good news out of China in terms of deliveries. And then second, all eyes on the robotaxi event, which is on October 10th. And I think, there could be some surprises there. The lower cost vehicle, in addition to the robotaxi and the plan to roll that out in a couple of cities at first is what we think.
Yeah, so I would assume we're all going to get focused on that. As you said, October 10th announcement got pushed back, as we know. So you think the possibility is there of a new announcement for a lower cost vehicle, in addition to assuming they're going to share some significant advances that have been made on full self-driving and the like?
We do. It makes sense with the timing. They talked about releasing a lower cost vehicle as early as the first quarter of next year. And so to get that out in front of people, I think that makes sense from a timing perspective. And this is not the next generation vehicle, but it is a lower cost vehicle, probably produced in Austin as well as in Berlin. That will allow them to use their current factory footprint before they start expanding into new factories.
Is that in your estimates? Can you model out what sort of revenue stream that looks like?
Thanks, Sarah. Good question. We have only 25,000 units in Q4 of next year, so volume numbers likely need to go up, at least for us, I think, for the street in general. Now, they will have to take lines down to bring up the new vehicle, so it will be a lumpy 2025. And you're switching out volume of a higher price vehicle with a lower cost vehicle, so there will be some movement in numbers there. But I do think most importantly is having a new vehicle out. There's really only been the S, the 3, the X, the Y, and the Cybertruck, and so I think this is new product out there could get the stock moving even higher than it is now.
Ben, just a couple of years ago, the idea of even asking whether or not Tesla can compete with the likes of Chinese EV makers would seem to have been heresy. But I asked the question of you. Many others are asking it as well right now. I mean, how do you see that global competition evolving, given what has been this appreciable increase in terms of the quality of Chinese EVs?
I think that Musk has been very clear that the biggest competition is coming from China, not just in vehicles, but also in autonomy and full self-driving. And so that, we watch that very closely. Tariffs into Europe definitely help Tesla. There is a different segmentation with Tesla versus some of their competitors, where Tesla's viewed as a little bit of a higher end. The Model 3 refresh they did in China is helping sales. And I think that we'll see a Model Y refresh as well in China that should help with sales there as well. But when we get to the actual numbers, when they report numbers, probably 2 weeks after the 10/10 event, all eyes will be on margin, because they have been doing things like paying down interest rates or giving 0% financing in China. That did impact margins last quarter. We expect it to impact margins this quarter as well.
Yeah, and on full self-driving itself, what are you seeing in terms of performance with where they are right now? 12.5. I know they've incorporated generative AI, and I hear a lot of progress being made. Is that really the case?
We think so, and we've had the opportunity to ride in different iterations of the version 12, and then most recently a 12.5 maybe 2 weeks ago. And there's been the pace of progress is accelerating, and this is really because as they've talked about, they're no longer compute constrained. They do have this millions of cars on the road gathering data there, and it is a full end-to-end machine learning versus in the past or the pieces of the software that people had to code. And so I think that's one thing that we're trying to emphasize, is that this is accelerating at a faster pace than it has in the past. And there's so much skepticism because Musk has always been 1 year out, 1 year out. But we do think that they're getting closer to this.